Chris Watts's letter, April 23rd, 2019. Dear Sherilyn, hello again. I hope you are doing well. It has been awesome talking with you on the phone, but I know that 15-minute time frame is a pain. Sometimes I can get right back on the phone, but right now there are other inmates that like to be on the phone as much as I do. So I respect their time as well. How's your dad doing? I've been praying on that every day. Yes, that petition really blew my mind, that people really want to make me suffer like that. Even if they did ever take my pictures, they can't ever take my memories. An inmate from another institution wrote me about that subject and said, if they take your pictures, they would need to take the pictures from the other 500 to 600 people that have their family pictures on their cell convicted of the same act. Do I feel like I should be incarcerated for the act I committed? I most definitely think so. Do I imagine myself ever doing anything like this or be in danger to society? I most definitely think not. If I were ever to be released, I know I would go straight to a ministry and start going to jails, prisons, and help inmates. If God led me to be ordained, I would go, oh my God, my goodness. If God led me to be ordained, I would go that route as well, possibly even be a chaplain. Maybe the laws will change one day. My attorney team could see I was different and knew that this was a one-time occurrence for me. Is this guy like out of his effing mind? Like seriously? He murdered his entire family and he's like, yeah, but if I get out one day, this is like a one-time occurrence for me to murder my whole entire family. It's just a one-time occurrence. Like, come on. You're out of your mind. I can't even believe I'm reading this. They told me that in Europe, the law is I would serve 20 years or so for homicide, and in California, after 25 years of imprisonment on a life sentence, you can be released if you've had good behavior. So there's hope for everyone to live outside of the prison walls. I know physically I'm behind these walls, but my spirit is free with Christ. If God keeps putting it on your heart that there is more to the story than what I told the FBI, you are correct. I don't like saying stuff like that over the phone because I'm never certain when they screen my calls. I know I already told you the vision I had before August the 13th, when I was laying in bed and all the lights were on in the loft and downstairs, and I felt so alone. That's exactly what happened April the 14th when I was laying in bed. I don't know if you want this in the book or if God does, but here are the things I left out. Number 1. On August the 12th, when I finished putting the girls to bed, I walked away and said, that's the last time I'm going to be tucking my babies in. I knew what was going to happen the day before, and I did nothing to stop it. I was numb to the entire world. I had literally taken my kids to a birthday party, played with them, played with water balloons, had an amazing time, sang songs all the way home, gave them a bath and a shower, ate dinner, read bedtime stories, and sang bedtime songs, and still nothing registered. When Shanann had to be somewhere, I always enjoyed taking the girls places or playing outside because it was our opportunity to bond. And still, the night before, I couldn't stop myself from what I knew would occur the next morning. Number 2. August the 13th, morning of. I went to the girls' room first, before Shanann and I had our argument. I went to Bella's room, and then Cece's room, and used a pillow from their bed to kill them. That's why the cause of death was smothering. After I left Cece's room, then I climbed back in bed with Shanann, and our argument ensued. After Shanann had passed, Bella and Cece woke back up. I'm not sure how they woke back up, but they did. Bella's eyes were bruised, and both girls looked like they had been through trauma. That made the act that much worse, knowing I went to their rooms first, and knowing I still took their lives at the location of the batteries. Number 3. The reason the medical examiner found oxycodone in Shanann's system is because I gave it to her. I thought it would be easier to be with Nicole if Shanann wasn't pregnant. I don't know if it was a spiritual visit, but I had a dream Cece was dancing next to the chair in my cell. When she was dancing, all of my folders on the chair started moving, and I thought she was in trouble. So I said, "Watch out, get out, watch out." Then I woke up. I'm hoping she comes back. I hope everyone comes to visit me. I'm trying to see if I can clear my head better before I go to sleep, to help. I like that John 10:10 passage you sent. I wish I could have had an open ear to hear the Lord calling me back in June, July, August. If we run after sin, we won't hear our shepherd calling us. I couldn't discern between the good spirits and the evil spirits, and that eventually lodged me into a deep pit I couldn't climb back out of. Take care. God bless. Chris. Well, that was the letter from Christopher Watts, and that is to the author who is writing the book, Letters from Christopher. So it should be quite interesting for the people who have been following the Watts case from the start. When you think it can't get any worse, this just gets worse and worse. It's absolutely heartbreaking to hear this new confession.